Hello everyone, I just wanted to talk very quickly about the difference between being pro-market and being pro-business. And for me, this is prompted by watching a video that was a documentary on Enron. And what it really highlighted to me was just how confused people are when it comes to understanding what free market really means. People often think that free market means, businesses being able to work with government or work with government through certain regulations. They don't really seem to understand that being free market means the government not intervening into the market at all. And what happens is very often businesses and government will collude to create benefits that they couldn't get on their own. And this is often known as cronyism. And what happens is there are regulations that are set up, often through the help of the revolving door and different regulatory agencies, especially in the federal government. And those regulations make it difficult for newcomers to come in and do business, whereas the businesses that are already established have either done that or have, been able to make enough money to follow the regulations. And so very often people are confused and they say, oh, big businesses, they're, on their own, they're destroying everything, and look at how bad, the free market and capitalism has, destroyed small businesses and the right to, own what we produce and things like that. Look how bad it's hurt people's ability to have a living wage. The problem with this argument is that the government, as long as it's intervening in some way, in other words regulating, is not delivering a truly free market. And as long as the government has regulations about which different businesses can operate under different rules, in other words situating the same people differently, and as long as the government is intervening by creating regulations on conduct within business, that go beyond just not stealing, not defrauding, not harming somebody physically. When government goes in and regulates the market those ways and creates those conditions, it doesn't create a free market. And so something that really needs to be investigated, if you haven't thought about it this way, is to look at government and corporate partnerships or business partnerships where it produces cronyism, that is, one person getting a benefit or one company getting a benefit that others don't, as being the real crux of the problem. And I think this is an issue that everybody can get behind. When government treats one group of people or one company differently from the rest of everybody else, gives them special rules, gives them monies, perhaps if they the government makes an investment in them. When the government does things to fund business or regulate business and in a way that treats one group different than the other, then that's when we get these big issues with market failures and disruptions in how signals are sent, that is, communication about what is working and what's not working. And so I just really wanted to offer that as a clarification, that there's a difference between being pro-market, in other words, pro everybody being treated equal, the government getting out of regulating, and being pro-business, which very often people think of pro-business as being pro-market or free market, but it's not. That's cronyism, which is government working with businesses to give one benefit to the other, is not the same thing. So I hope that was informative. If you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to follow up.